Good day, everyone. For today, it will be your plate number 5, and I'll be demonstrating to do this in a fastest way. And in fact, your plate number 5 is similar to your plate number 4, which is orthographic drawing with ellipse. So, in this video, I'll be demonstrating on how you do uh, your plates or your plate uh, with some advanced command in order for you to do it accurately and as well as the fastest way. So for this, I'll be using the template for section 605, where in fact I'll be using the same object for the other two classes, 606 and 607, but I did some rotation only of the object. So for this, I will be demonstrating this setup, and then in the last part of this video, I will show you on how I did to the other three the other two sections. So basically all this will be similar or the same. All you need to do is just rotate. So as I said, I will demonstrate on how to do this. So first, since we always use the center as our reference point to start, I'll do this in a faster way. Okay, so my center will be there. I can remove this, and then I'll use extend command. Okay, so check your layer. This line is supposed to be a grid line, so all I need to do is just click this one and go to layer, and then I'll click grid line. So automatically the color will be or will change, and when I click now, it becomes grid line. So I need to change this one into grid line. So you can do the same also. You can click here and check here, or another option is you go to properties, this one, this command or this icon, match properties. You can click this icon and then click this one, the original line, and copy to this line. So they are all now, when you click both, it shows grid line. Alright, so to start, we will use the distances as per dimension. We have here from the center line, we have uh, half of 30, means we go to the right by 15, another 15 to the left. So all I need to do is just use offset 15, enter, enter, enter. So those are grid lines, and then I need here 10, then 20, 20 and 10. So I'll offset 10, and then 20. I need two 20s, and then another 10, 10, and then since I have a spacing of 4 parts here, I can make a distance for my grid dimension at 10 units. So to not to make the space in between complicated, I can just offset first 40, my distance between right side view and front view. Okay, so I will use 40 like that. So my front view and top view will starts from here. So I need distances. I have for this hidden line, I need this distance of 10. So where I get that one, the distance of this hole in our object, distance from here to here. That's why it is hidden line. So I need 10 and then 15, half of 30 which is 15 to get the center line, and then another 15, then of course 5 here, and the remaining 10 to complete the location of that. So offset, I need 10, and then since this is 15, I just offset 5. Okay, and then 30, to get the center line, I will offset 15, 15, 15, and then I need the remaining 15. So but I still have this line which is 10. I can offset either this line 5 or this line 10. Offset, I'll use 10, then I'll use this line 10. Okay, all the alignments now, vertical alignment or dimensions are complete. So I'll proceed with the horizontal distances. So from our center line, it will be in line with our top view. So distance of top view and front view is also 40, meaning I can offset my center line by 40 down. By the way, I will mark my center line first so that I will not get confused. This is my center line, or center point rather, of my paper. So I go down now by 40, and the height of our object is 60, which is divided into 320s, meaning I can offset 20, offset 20, 1, 2, and 3. That's 60. Alright, and I have 15 here radius, which has a distance of, since the radius is from here 20, meaning I can offset from here by 15 or from here by 5. So I can use that this line, the top portion of our object, which is this one. I will offset this by 5. Enter 5, and then I go down. That will be our radius for the curved line here later. Okay, so we'll go to the top view. We have 10, and then we have this radius for the circle here, which is 20. So we will offset 10, 20, and another 20, and 10, and 30. Okay, so this part is exactly in line with the horizontal line. So all you need to do, offset, what is the distance? 10, and then 220. So I will I will type 10, then offset 20. Okay, and then what's next? 20, and we have 10 here and 30. So I'll offset 10, and then offset again 30. Okay, everything now are complete. So all I need to do is just draw the outline. So for example, for our top view here, I can draw a line, or I can change first my layer. I'll go to select, so to the object outline, enter. I can, so that the line will be already in blue color and it will be visible. So it will be here, and then the straight line is up to this portion. So meaning I can draw a straight line up to that portion, which is here, and another line there on the other side, opposite side, and here. So look how fast is or how I've drawn this by completing first the guidelines, and then just finalize everything once you've done with your grid lines. So all I need to do now is draw the circles, and after that, since this one is only half circle, I can trim. So using the center line here, I will draw two circles. One has a radius of 20 and another one is 30. And where is that? this is the center of our circle. Circle 20. You can either enter 20 or you can just lock there. See, the perpendicular distance is 20, so I can click my mouse. And another one I can use again, circle, and then there. So I don't need this half of this. I can use trim, and then click this one to cut, and then trim. So now you're completed already your top view. Alright, so we'll go to your front view. So front view, all we need to do is just you can draw lines now, like this one here. Okay, and then where is that vertical line up to? So we have a height of 40, which is here, and another one here on the other side, and also here. So now we still have this straight line, which is 30, and where is that? It is here, this one. Okay, so now we need the radius. Radius is here, 15, which meaning we still have as part of straight line in this portion. So all we need to do is just draw a circle on this, and after that we trim. So our radius for our circle is this one. Okay, and then we click. So since we don't need some portion of that circle, we can trim this one, and then we don't use this, or we don't need that. We use trim and remove. So we still need a straight line here. So line like that. So you need the same of this on the other side. So you don't need to draw. If you want to make it faster, all you need to do is just click this, the straight line and the curve, and then use the command mirror, and then click this one. So if your ortho is not locked, your object will be placed anywhere in which will not be in the exact position. So all you need to do is just lock your ortho by pressing F8. So the movement of your mouse will be limited to vertical and horizontal only. So you see, if I move my mouse horizontally, the mirror image of the object will be in this part. But if I move vertically, it will be positioned here. So I'll just move vertically and then press enter. Sorry, I need to clock, by the way, the second point. So I'll click my mouse here, and then you're asked if you want to remove the original one or you can keep it. So since I need that one also, I just say, since the default is no, I will just press enter. So there you go. So what is left for this? We need dimension will be later or last part. So we need these 3 lines. In my creation, this is a hidden line. Okay, you can see here the hidden line type, and this is center line. Okay, so probably your setup has no or there's no available lines that were with this one. I mean the line which is hidden line and the center line, maybe it's still not there. So in order for you to create or have this type of line, you have to go to line. So it will be a line type wherein you can something like this. If you have a line, for example, okay, then you change the property of this. All you need to do is go here, So if you cannot find the line type that you are looking for example, you cannot see the hidden line here, you can just click other. All right. So just do that way, because mine I already uploaded or downloaded sorry, added this type of line, so it is available already. But if not, as I said, go to others, and then a window will pop up in your screen, showing like this, or it looks like that. So all you need to do is, if you cannot see your line here, you can just load. For example, I need to load some other type of line, so I need only to click this load, and then another window will appear like this. So you can look for your lines there, or whatever type of lines you need it. Okay, and then let's say I need this dust. Okay, I'll just click, and then okay. So you see that the dust type of line is already downloaded here or included here. So all I need to do is just okay, press okay, and then I can click my object here, and then I can go to this line type, wherein I will look for that dust line. So it's already here, so I click this one, and then basically my line will change. Okay, so dust line is similar to the hidden line. All right, so all you need to do is just you can draw a continuous line like this one, for example. Okay, and then another one here, and then all you need to do is just highlight these lines, and then go here and click hidden, because this is hidden in my specification or my instruction. Okay, so it's showing now. Now for the center line, as you can see here, there is an extra line here that goes over the horizontal line. So just make an offset line by 5 units here, up and down, as your limit. So you can use this one, offset 5, offset, and then use this intersection and down intersection, and probably in order not to be complicated, we can remove this one, and then highlight this one. If your center line is not here, you go again to others and add. But since my setup is already here, I can just click center. See now the line change. But take note that these hidden lines are not literally visible. That's why we use these symbols. And for my drawing here, I use a gray color. Okay, you can change that the property of this. I think mine was not changed. The layer still under grid lines. You can use that as your layer, or if you can maintain the layer as your object line, you can go to by layer. You can change the color to, let's say, 252, so that it will be lighter. Okay, so it's not very visible because the color of our grid line and this one as well are the same. So you have the option to change your color, or you can just keep it as your layer, color layer. Okay, to make it visible. So better, I think, to keep it that way. Okay, so our front view now is complete. Let's go to this one. This one is very easy because these are, or this is composed of straight lines only. So all you need to do is just use command line, height, is here. So we'll start here, 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 just like you are connecting the dots here and here and here. Okay, so we still need another line, which is here. Okay, so and that's it. So we need to put also the center line here as well as the hidden line. So since the dimension of circle will be the same to onto this view, all you need to do is just copy this one, highlight these objects, and then use command copy, then put it here. Okay, so that will be your three views. And then of course, once you start your dimensioning, you can use of course command dimension. So earlier I mentioned that I will not put the guide for my dimension here. Now since everything is done for my three views, I can already put lines at 10 units each offset, and then I can use this 1 2 3, and then I can use already the command or the command line. So my overall length will be here, and to make sure that your dimension line is under your layer, you click, because whatever is your current layer here, everything that you create will be under that layer. So now my layer or my dimension is under object outline because it is my current layer. All I need to do is just click this one and then go to the layer and then click dimension and cancel. Okay, when I click now this dimension, it is already under dimension. Alright, so then of course you need to proceed to the rest of your drawing and make sure that you just, when you create, if you are not on the same layer with the one you want to create, later on you can just change the property. Okay, so all this late addition of my dimension are under object outline, but since I have already changed this dimension to dimension layer, I can just use the match property. Okay, I will match this, click, 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 click. Okay, so to check whether all these layers of your dimension is under one layer, you can try to go to your layers and then try to off the dimension. Click this one and then enter. So it's gone, meaning they are under one layer. Then turn it on, just click this one and it will go back. So you can proceed with the rest of dimensioning by following your guide, the drawing. So for your, I will demonstrate one for your radius. All you need to do is just click this one and then click. So it's very fast. And even this one here, you can click also, click. So I have indicated here the centering of the circle. So there is a specific icon on that, which is this one. So all you need to do is click this one and then highlight your object like this one. So the symbol will appear there already. It's not clearly seen because of our grid lines. Alright, same here, you can put the marking as your center and also here. So the center marks are already there. Alright, so I will stop here for this video, so that I can make two videos for this plate. I will proceed in the next video your isometric view here. Alright, so for now I'll stop here and continue watching on the next video.